Hi YouTube, Tim Unkert here. In this video, we're going to find the inverse of a linear function. So to do that, we've got 4 steps here. Step 1, we've got to replace f of x or g of x or h of x, whatever the function notation is, with y. Then we're going to switch x and y. We're going to solve for y. And then our last step is we're going to replace y with the inverse function notation. At the end of the video, I'll show you what the graph of a function and its inverse look like and the line that they reflect over. Okay, so we're going to find the inverse of these functions. So we've got f of x equals 2x plus 5. So first step, we're going to just put y equals 2x plus 5. Okay, that's our step 1. Our next step, we're going to switch x and y, so we're going to say x equals 2y plus 5. Okay, that's our step 2. Next step, we're going to solve for y. So this is going to take a little bit. We're going to first, let's subtract 5 from both sides. So we get x minus 5 equals 2y. And then we're going to divide both sides by 2. 2's will cancel out on the right-hand side. So we get y equals x minus 5 divided by 2. So I'm just going to write the y on the left-hand side here. So y equals x minus 5 divided by 2. That was our third step here. And then our final step is to replace y with the inverse function notation. So we're going to write f here, and we have this -1. That means the inverse function of f of x. It's not like f raised to the -1 power. It's the inverse function of f of x equals x minus 5 divided by 2. And that's going to be our final step. We've found the inverse function of f of x. Okay, let's go now down to another problem, see if you got it. And what you might want to do is pause the video at this point, see if you can figure out what the inverse function is, write the function or the inverse function with the correct notation, and also smash that like button. Okay, let's go. So we've got f of x equals 3x minus 5. I'm going to change this to y equals 3x minus 5, or minus 7 rather. We're now going to switch x and y, so I'm going to say x equals 3y minus 7. Okay, so now we're going to add 7 to both sides. So we're solving for y. So we got x plus 7 equals 3y. We're going to divide both sides by 3. And if I move y to the left, I've got y equals x plus 7 divided by 3. And I want to write my inverse function notation, so I'm going to write the inverse function of f of x like this. That equals x plus 7 divided by 3. Okay, and that's it for that one. We got problem 3 to try. All right, so problem 3, we've got g of x, which is fine. We can find the inverse function of g of x. I'm still going to replace g of x with y, so I'm going to say y equals 1/2 x plus 9. I'm then going to switch x and y, so I'm going to say x equals 1/2 y plus 9. I'll then start to solve for y. I'll subtract 9 from both sides. So I get x minus 9 equals 1/2 y. Okay, I'm going to multiply both sides by 2. So I'm going to get y equals, the 1/2 and the 2 cancel out on this side. Y equals 2x minus 18 if I distribute the 2. Okay, and now I want to put the inverse function notation, so I want to write this as g of, well, the inverse function of g of x. So g with this little -1 superscript here, that means inverse function. That's going to equal 2x minus 18. Okay, so if we want to see what these look like on a graph, I'm going to call this g of x. Let's call the inverse h of x. Be easier to do on Desmos. So let's pull up Desmos here. And let me just make this larger. So we've got g of x equals 1/2 x plus 9. So g of x equals 1/2 x plus 9. So this is a linear function. I'll zoom out a bit here. And we've got h of x is going to be our inverse. It's easier to write h of x versus using the inverse function notation. So that's 2x minus 18. And what happens here? Well, interestingly, a function at its inverse, there are reflections around the line x equals y, which you can see in green right here. Hopefully this video helped you out. If it did, please like and subscribe. Also, if you're interested, check out my stuff for my worksheets and my website in the description. Hope to see you in the next one. Have a great day. Bye.